Hi everyone, this is Arad from English for Everyone, and today in this video I'm going to talk about direct and indirect speech. Sometimes someone says something and then we want to talk about that speech, okay? We want to tell someone else about what's been said. So we have two ways to do that. We might do it directly or we might do it indirectly. Okay, direct and indirect speech. Okay, direct or quoted speech, indirect or reported speech. Those are the names. Direct speech is the one that we just repeat what is being said. Okay, the person says, I am happy, then I say, she said or he said, I am happy. I just repeat what she or he says, exactly word for word. Nothing changes. We just mention everything being said just after saying she said or he said, or saying the sentence and then saying she said or he said. But there are some other things we need to consider. When the person says this, well, someone says, my husband and I work together. Okay, this is a lady's words, and I can't say my husband. Okay, but because I am putting that after she said, by saying my husband, it is clear that it's not my husband, it is her husband, okay? And that is clear that this belongs to this person, not the one that is saying the sentence, okay? Or if it says today, or if the person says here, or it just goes back to that place that the person mentions, not here. Or when it says today, it goes back to that day that the person has mentioned, has said that. Okay, so whatever she says is again repeated, and I just put it after she said. So she said, and this is exactly the same sentence, but in writing there are things that we need to consider. One, we put it after a comma. Okay, so we say she said, comma, and then we put what she says. Another thing, we need quotation marks, which are here. Okay, quotation marks appears just around what she says, what she has said. Okay, she said, comma, then quotation mark, and then the sentence. Another thing, it starts with a capital letter. Okay, it's just like a new sentence. Okay, so we just repeat whatever the person says, but we put it after a comma, quotation mark, and we start with a capital letter. Alright, let's look at the second one. It says, he said, my name is Peter. Okay, that's not my name is Arad. Okay, so this is not my name clearly, so this my doesn't belong to me, it belongs to this person. How do we know that? We say, he said, because it appears after said. Alright, in this case, I just need to be careful with these things in writing. One, the comma, the other one is the quotation mark and the capital letter. Okay, so that is direct speech. Direct speech or quoted speech. Okay, it comes between a quotation mark, it is quoted, so that is not my sentence, that is from the person that I am talking about. Okay, so this is direct speech. But indirect speech is the one that I change it and I put it, I paraphrase it. I do not repeat the sentence, I just say what that person said from my side. Okay, so if the person says I am happy, then I change that I to he. Okay, because I want to mention that the person is not me. Okay, this is a bit different. Let's look at this. It says, let's solve with this one. She said, comma, quotation mark, and capital letter. This is direct speech. She said it is cold. She said it is cold. Now I want to talk about that situation. And I say she said that, or without it, she said it was cold. This is indirect speech. In indirect speech, there is no quotation mark. That's one thing. The other thing is that after said, we do not put the comma. Alright? She said quotation without quotation mark, without comma. That is optional, okay? So we might use that, we might put that over here or not. There are other things that we need to consider, and that is we change the time of the sentence. So what is the rule? What is the formula over here? She said it is, and I changed it to it was. Why? Well, because we are talking about something in past. She said, this is past, okay? The time of the sentence is past. She, first thing is this, she speaks, okay? And that is the sentence. Now, this has passed. This is in past. And now I speak. And I am telling you what she has said. This is sometime before this. Okay, so I have to change the time of the sentence accordingly. And what I do, I take it one step back. Okay, the sentence is simple present. I change it to simple past. It is cold, it was cold. Okay, and the same thing over here. The sentence is, he said, this is the direct speech. He said, I saw him. Okay, my sentence is a simple past tense. Okay, present changes to past. Past, simple past changes to past. Perfect. Okay, so present to past to past, perfect. Okay, simple past to past, perfect. It is, if it is present continuous, we change it to past continuous. If it is past continuous, we change it to past perfect continuous. Okay, so we take a time backwards. Okay, so whatever the tense is, you go back. Alright, that is what happens with the verb. Okay, there are some other things that we change as well, and I have listed them over here. For example, will. If the person in the direct speech, if I have will, then I put in indirect speech, I change it to would. Can changes to could. Must to had to, shall to should, and may to might. Okay, the person says I may go. Okay, the person says I may go, and I say he said he might go. Okay, I change may to might. Okay, so these change to these. And also there are some words that indicate the time or the place of the action or in the sentence. So when I change the direct speech to indirect speech, I need to change those accordingly as well. So this day, the person is talking about today and mentions it this day. Okay, maybe this speech goes back to 10 years ago, some time ago, I don't know, maybe yesterday. So I just mentioned that day. Okay, I would not say this day again, because at that time that has been this day, but now this day is today and not this day. So we just say that day. The person says today. Maybe this is about 10 years ago, I don't know. So I say that day. Okay, that day. Tomorrow. Tomorrow, say the next day or the following day. The person has said, I will see you tomorrow. When? 2 months ago. And that person says, I will see you tomorrow, and tomorrow is 5th of July maybe, let's say. Now the date has changed, and if I say tomorrow, that is going to be in August, September, sometime now. Okay, so instead of that I would say the following day, which is the following day of that date, whatever the date has been. And the same thing over here, when I say now. The person in the sentence, in the direct speech says, now, okay, it is cold now. I say, she said it was cold then. Okay, this goes back to that time, and I don't know that time. I won't mention that time as now, because that is gone past. Yesterday, just like tomorrow, yesterday also changes to previous day, the previous day. Here changes to there, because maybe the place also has changed. And next week is the following week. Okay, next year the following year, next month the following month. Okay, so we need to change all these things. So you can take a photo of this, or you can write them down and just the Twitter however you like. And well, if there is any other questions about these things or different things, just comment it below the video, let me know, and I'll get back to you as soon as I can. And I'll see you in the next video. Till then, bye bye!